Hello, everyone, and this is basically a review of episode 1 and 2 of The Last Man on Earth. My goodness, the first episode was okay, but the second episode, oh my gosh. So, I'm going to do a rundown, and for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, well, definitely come back later. But this is going to be a rundown of what's going on. So, for anyone who actually is wondering, should they get started on this series? Well, have a listen and see if it's your cup of tea. So first things first, in the year 2020, it was a year after the virus occurred, so it looks like in 2019, a virus happened and killed everyone in America except for one person. And I'm not going to spoil the second one until we get to episode 2. So anyways, we got this guy named Phil, and he was searching all of America, all of the USA, to find if there's anyone left. And he finds that there is no one left. Along with that, he actually drove in an RV and he took stuff. And oh my gosh. Let's see. He also put tags. Yeah, so he actually decided to stay in Tucson. Yeah, he moves in Tucson, which I kind of think that's a little danger zone. Well, we're going to find out. If this show gets canceled, we can now say that Fox and Tucson, any show that is based in Tucson, is a death hazard. It'll get canceled automatically. Because we have Sons of Tucson that got freaking canceled and nobody even knows what it is. I feel sorry for the guy because I like the guy who was playing the father. He was cool. But anyways, so what we got is he took Michael Jordan's jersey. He has Michael Jordan's jersey, and later on we find out he broke into the casing and actually wears the jersey. Okay, and next up is the Stormtrooper's helmet. He also took that too. So he took a mansion. We don't know who it belongs to. I think we might actually know, but we don't know his name. So he took a mansion. He also took works of art, lots of works of art, and he's hanging it all around the place. He also has the president's mat. What? He stole 2 Oscars. He stole ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz. He took Babe Ruth's bat. I think that's Babe Ruth's bat. And he has Hugh Hefner's pajamas, and he wore them once, maybe a few times. Alright, so he finds lots of things that's going on here. Like, the first things first, the toilet is out. So there's a water problem, and at first he basically used lots and lots of water and loaded the water so he's able to flush, which it wasn't really a decent flush, but he's able to flush. And that went down the drain later on. He drank cerveza. Oh my gosh, that's funny. He he freaking shot open a store using a gun, and the store actually said no shirt, no shoes, no service. He wasn't wearing a shirt, but he just straight up shot, and he also shot the sign off, but he didn't even mean to. But he just shot it open, and he just went in there and shopped. So why not? Yeah, and basically I just made a joke of, the gun says screw your rules. No shirt, so what? Yeah, so, well, here comes the messed up part. He got lots of stuff. He had Twinkie hands, and he ate Twinkies off his hands. And it turns out he have a porn aisle, and he just took all of it. He took all of it and tried stuffing it in the freaking shopping cart. And then he passed by a mannequin, and I was like, oh, he's going to take the mannequin too. But no, he didn't take it. So, yeah, he basically talked to God for most of the time until a certain point where it was kind of his quote-unquote breaking point. But anyways, so he had cheese whiz mixed with wine, and he drank it. Ugh. He bowled normally. He bowled outside, of course, sadly. So he bowled with lamps after that, and then it bowled with aquariums, which was kind of interesting. I kind of would love to do that. I just hope that there was no fish in there. And then he got a car. Yeah, he basically, yeah, you saw the promo. Basically, he took a car and pushed it down, and I don't know what to call it, but it does seem kind of fun. He found a generator, and what he did is use the generator to watch TV, and he watched the movie Castaway. And he was being a critic about it, saying, "Nah, dude, I wouldn't talk to a ball. It's an inanimate object. Come on, man. It's not even real." Yeah, so that's what he did. And so the year 2021, June 2021. So it turns out that I said he started his journey in 2020. Anyways, yeah, he started his journey out in 2020, and we go all the way to June. So it kind of maybe took him less than a year, but kind of close to a year to actually check out all of United States. So yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the ride from all the way, all checking every single state. Yeah, so I guess that's why I can say, okay, I can buy it. Then they skipped to 5 months later. So that means that maybe even on his birthday 5 months later, but I didn't really get a good look at it. So this is basically, yeah, he wrote November-ish. Yeah, anyways, so he put the Constitution, he used the Constitution as a napkin. Oh my gosh. And now he has a pool filled with alcohol and he circled it with salt, which you know what happens. So, and now he has all that water. Yeah, we see that he got buckets and buckets and buckets and gallons full of water. And now we see all of the containers he used. Yeah. And now he has a mix of Castaway times I Am Legend. He doesn't have only one ball, but he has so many balls that he drew faces on and he's talking to. Which in I Am Legend, he has many people he talks to. But in Castaway, he only has just one thing to talk to. So that's why I said times it. So he wants a woman and he missed mail. He missed getting mail and he missed skinny jeans. And I thought this time he actually is going to grab the mannequin, but instead he kissed it. He actually kissed it. It's kind of like what's going on with I Am Legend. The fact of he went to the movie rental place and he actually kind of talked, kind of a little bit flirted with the mannequin that he kind of eyed. And yeah. But this time, yeah, he took it way too far. This guy actually kissed it, and it went sour after the mannequin's arm fell off. Which, yeah, I do have to admit, he kind of got pretty miserable on this. So, yeah. So, anyways, he gave Castaway apology. He actually going to attempt to kill himself by car crashing into a rock. But he stopped because he saw a signal fire. And we find out that it's a girl. And it's revealed by the hanging laundry. And yeah, she caught him sniffing her bra. So at first we got this nice hot girl that we saw. And I was like, that's not bad. That's not bad, man. Yeah, and they actually sung Ghostbusters because she said, "I like your voice." Actually, I guess she might have heard his voice. I'm not sure. That kind of is a little cough up, but whatever. But then we find out that the kissing part was only because the girl on the other side, the real girl, actually was doing CPR. So I basically say, well, she's okay, but the dream girl is better. I'm sorry, I'm a guy. What do you expect? Yeah, so it turns out she has a gun as well. And she actually pulled it out and was gonna shoot him, and he was like, drop the pants, drop the freaking bra. Oh man, and he wet himself too. Yeah. Well, anyways, it turns out that I'm just gonna say she right now. You don't get to hear her name until later. So, yeah. So she is a grammar Nazi as well. Grammar cop. I meant to say grammar cop, grammar police. Yeah, he doesn't have pants on either, so it's kind of like, ooh. So, anyways, yes, I think this is where we get to episode 2. In episode 2, we find out that she's a talker. We find out he's 41. And again, I remarked, oh my gosh, she's a grammar cop. And she actually was a filer for a hot sauce company. And she's a stickler for the law. And her name is Carol. So, yeah, Phil and Carol. So, my goodness. And I said, oh my god, his boat. I don't know what that means. Crap. And then I'm like, oh, poor Carol. And then it turns out his house is a total mess. Yeah. And yet again, she just proves that she's a law abiding citizen. And she actually, oh yeah, what was, oh yes, the fact that he stole lots and lots of paintings. That's why she was saying, oh my gosh, you stole these. And then the Pornhub. Yes, all the porno mags he stole, they're all on the floor. Good job on that one. Well, he didn't expect to see her, so yeah, and plus he was giving up on his life, so whatever. I mean, so anyways, she decides why not correct his life. So she's gonna try to correct his life, and she's criticizing the way he solved the water problem. The fact that I didn't really I saw what he was doing, the fact that he saw the diving board, but I didn't actually see the fact that he cut a hole in the diving board so now he can poop right in the freaking pool, which I'm like, what? And he has a pile of trash. Yep, but he is bagged though. I think it actually is bagged at least. Alright, so yeah, it turns out, yeah, as soon as the commercial was over, Carol actually was seen cleaning the house and more criticism. And she got her way after trying to tell him, we need to go to the freaking store. I need to pick up things and cleaning supplies and all that stuff. And we get more law abiding citizen. And we get the reason why why he crashed into the store. At first, we thought that he was being reckless, but instead, it turns out that it was just because she was pissing him off, and he decided, well, why not just show you that we can park anywhere now? And so, yeah, I wrote Carol sucks. Yeah, she really does. And he actually had to cool off in the bar. Yeah, he had to go back to the bar where he had lots of his ball friends in there, and he had to cool off. And I basically said Carol is kind of like Jackie and more. Basically, Jackie from just that 70s show, but Jackie didn't try to make people. Oh, yeah, she did try to make people better. So she is kind of like Jackie. But I really thought she was like Jackie because she talks so much, and the voice. Basically, what Hyde said is that her voice, oh my gosh. But if you turn off her voice, she actually is kind of cute. Oh, well, anyways, so Carol moves next door, which personally, even though I would, my personal thing, I would, if it was me, I would say, oh, hell no, but I would still say smart move though, just in case if there's more survivors, we shouldn't split up because they can come and they'll be like, oh, there you are, and then we can start our own community without having to be like, oh, well, he's over there, he's over there, he's over there. We got to keep each other tabs. Let's get walkie talkies and all that stuff. But it's a smart idea to be close to each other. So she believes, oh my gosh, she believes that they were chosen to repopulate the earth together. And then Carol gave a nice, lovely speech of how she said underneath all of his now roughness, there is a decent man inside of him, and she's going to try her best to find it, and she's not giving up on him and all that stuff. So anyways, yeah, we get to see how he's using the pool as a toilet, and then she comes to him with a tomato and just straight up tempting him with the tomato, trying to help get her to get him to help her out with the water problem. So Carol is trying to open the manhole cover, and eventually that night he stole food from her. What's even more crazier is the fact that he's still wearing the shirt with the proof still on it. So I'm like, dude, if you did that crap, and you wake up and you hear knocking on the door, you definitely check your shirt and say, oh my gosh. Then you change out of that shirt. Maybe even use that shirt as a napkin to get rid of all that evidence. And then come downstairs. So you have no proof. But what's even funnier is that he actually left poop too in her garden as he left. Oh my gosh. But to all moment, she actually got injured. Yeah, she injured her heel or ankle trying to open the manhole cover, which was very sad. And then later on, we find out she's still trying to open the manhole cover, and it turns out he was gluing the Jenga. At first, I thought he was just stacking them, but now he's gluing them, so I guess I can understand why. So Carol stooped down to his level. She actually now using the fountain that's outside of her house. She cut out a place so she's able to poop now. So she stooped to his level, and well, I think she reverts back to her level, but she was just making a point, trying to get him to figure out something. And then she said that, okay, well, maybe we're not chosen, maybe we're forgotten. Which is like, but there was a virus. You are lucky to be alive. A virus wiped everyone out. Well, anyways, Phil had no choice but to help. And so he goes to the water reservoir, I would say that's what it is. Or water, I forgot what it was called, but anyways, yeah, he goes there and he's trying to open it, and it's like, oh my gosh, Phil, oh my gosh. So Phil's been trying to open or get the water out, and he basically used the monkey wrench, failed, used the wrench, failed, used his gun, failed, and then finally he used his manpower one more time, and he got it free. So he, this is the oh my gosh, it's the fact that he didn't screw in the holes properly. Instead, he used lots of tape. So yeah, that was a good idea, but eventually it worked. So yeah. Well, anyways, he destroyed his Jenga, so his Jenga is gone. His Jenga tower is gone, but he used it actually to help her. So she invited him to dinner. And the amazing part is that, personally for me, if I was like the last man, which I would definitely, I'm going to make another video to actually talk about what if I was the person left. But anyways, yeah, he didn't use his utensils. Instead, he decided to use his hands, which is like, dude, I'd rather use the utensils. At least it'll be a refreshing moment. But anyway, still, she mentions the repopulating plan, and then she wants to get married, and I'm like, how are you going to get married? There's no one actually to marry you. I mean, given in the Bible, they did get married, but I don't really know how. I mean, seriously. But anyways, he doesn't want to, but then he decides, after yelling tomato, tomato, oh tomato, he came back and said okay, and then it turns out that, oh my gosh, her last name is her middle name is Andrew. What the heck? Her middle name is Andrew? Yeah, but still she was keep on nagging all the way, trying to get him to do what she wants, which, yeah, this time he actually was able to get her to come to him instead of vice versa. So that's just the amazing thing about episode 1 and 2. For me, I think it's just a wonder. It's interesting, and I wonder what's going on here. And I would like to see what happens next. Yeah, and we got a sneak peek the fact that she knows about the mannequin, and she breaks the crap out of the mannequin. Oh my gosh. But Last Man on Earth, is it watchable? Well, if you love Saturday Night Live and Saturday Night Live spin-offs, even though this is not a character made by Saturday Night Live, but if you love the people who are in Saturday Night Live, especially Will Forte, then you will definitely would like to watch this series. It's on Fox, and it will be on at 9:30 on Sundays. Personally, for me, I enjoyed it because it was kind of like funny, and also gives me the idea of, what would I do in this situation? At first, I was going to say, dude, this is not going to be good. Saturday Night Live, dude. Usually, people who are in Saturday Night Live will most likely just fade out. Even though, yeah, there's lots of things that people say, like, what about Park and Recreation? That didn't fade out. What about Third Rock? That didn't fade out. Yeah, but it faded out very, very soon, though. It really kind of fade out, and there was syndication on Third Rock, but now it's gone. Well, anyways, there you go. This is basically a rundown of what happened in episode 1 and 2. If you guys think that's interesting to hear and you would like to watch it this time, definitely go and check it out. But if you guys are like, dude, man, it was stupid, just watch the first episode at least, so you can actually get the gist of what the freaking series is about, even though you need episode 1 and 2 to actually understand what the series is about. So anyways, yeah, I'm definitely going to do a video on exactly what I would do in this situation. I'll tell you one thing. I would definitely plant a garden, and I most likely would become a vegan. Eventually, I'll have to become a vegetarian because I can't kill worth a darn. I'll be sad as hell being like, oh, I'm sorry, cow, I have to kill you. And then I have to, yeah, all that crap. Ugh, no thanks. No thank you. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed and stay tuned for more because I most likely will tell this series. And hey, let's see what happens. Maybe I'll give it season 2, and if not, yeah, season 2. And if not, if it comes just like Mulaney, I'll just say you guys suck. Yeah, I think chances are Mulaney got canceled because of motif. Ooh, no, that's racist. Just kidding. But anyways, have a good week.